Many thanks for staying with us here on the Joy News Prime. Let's go on to some other stories now. And tonight, Child's Right International is calling on government to review the school feeding program in order to achieve improved outcomes. The call follows reports that pupils are being fed poor quality food under the school feeding program in some parts of the country. Joy News checks in the Upper East region, for instance, show that although caterers under the school feeding program are willing to continue feeding pupils in the beneficiary schools, they are saddled with debts because the monies owed them by the government have not yet been paid. In some schools, the meals are no longer cooked for the pupils regularly, and even when they are cooked, they are either of poor quality or are served in very small quantities for the children. Joy News Upper East regional correspondent Albert Sori visited two schools at Sherugu, a deprived community in Bolgatanga, where some schools are captured under the Ghana school feeding program. Here's his report.
So today we are here at the Apasanaba Primary and KG here in Sirego in the Bolgatanga municipality of the Upper East region. This is one of the schools where the pupils are benefiting from the Ghana school feeding program. We understand that nearly 500 children are being fed under the program in this school. And so today we are here to find out how the program is going. Today is Wednesday, but this structure you are seeing behind me is the kitchen where the food is normally cooked for the children. We are told by school authorities that since the 18th of May, the caterers have been coming to cook the meals for the children, but today, for unknown reasons, they are not here. They were here yesterday. This kitchen is currently empty. There's a fireplace. Two fireplaces actually, but there's no fire at all. The caterer is not here today. We'll also be speaking with the people who are on break at the moment and buying food from the common market to try and find out from them how they feel about the school feeding program, whether they like the food and whether they are even getting the food regularly or not.
Yes, we like it, but the way they are serving the food is not always plenty. Sometimes they cook, but sometimes they did not cook. But I don't know why today they have not cooked. Today they have not cooked, so I'm hungry.
I like it, but the food is not quality. When they will serve us small foods and we will not satisfy. They have been cooking every day for us, but I don't know what happened today and they don't cook. But I feel angry.
The soup is not plenty. You eat the soup and leave only the banku. That's what I'm saying, we are not satisfied.
We understand that two different caterers actually take turns to cook for the children in this school. One of them is here and will be talking to us about why they are not here to cook for the children today.
I'm the caterer in this school and we are two in number. We do run shift. This person will come and do 2-3 weeks and the other two will come and cook. So when we started this term, my colleague is taking place now. So today she couldn't come. I called and she told me she couldn't get all the items to come and cook because of the financial problem. So if God permit, tomorrow she will come and do the cooking. You know, 2 times, last time and last 2 times they didn't pay us. So for now, for us to get all the items at once, it's difficult for us. We have to go and get loan, buy the things in credit, and for the 2 times that they didn't pay, not all the traders do allow to give us the items again. So we are now finding it difficult to do the cooking all the time. For the money, they do pay us 1 cedi. Each child should be taking 1 cedi. And nowadays, the things are costly. For you to get things and buy, when we started a gallon of oil, we were buying it 180 to 190. Now it's almost 500. So now, if you have to use 1 cedi for food for each child, how much will the food be? It will not be anything. So we are just making cost 90 job for us. And so if they are able to increase the payment there, it will help us.
Now here at the Azalonge Primary School, still in Sirego, under the Bolgatanga municipality, the pupils here are a bit luckier than their counterparts at the Apasanaba Primary School, because today they have had their lunch from the school feeding caterer. The challenge is that the quantity is very small. Sometimes the senior classes have to forfeit their lunch so that their younger ones in the junior classes will be fed. Today we even saw that one of the pupils, used the lid of his bowl to collect his food, because the rice and stew which was being served today was just little, and when it got to his turn to get his food, there was just very little left. So there was no point in using his bowl to collect the food. He chose to use his lid. We can listen to some of the children.
We don't like it because sometimes when they cook the food, there is not enough for us. So the food will not get to primary 6, so we don't like the food. Sometimes even there is more things inside the food, so we don't like it. Wafers in the beans. Sometimes when they always cook the banku, we don't like the banku.
That's a report from the Upper East region. Let me bring in Hadiza to Ankara. She's a PRO for the Ghana National School Feeding Caterers Association. We're grateful for your time here on the Joy News Prime. So really, give us an understanding of what agreement you've come to with government when it comes to the concerns that you've raised over the period. Hello, Hadiza too. Well, we'll try once again. It looks like the phone lines today are just tripping a bit, but let's try and work it out again and see if we can reach Hadiza to Ankara, PRO for the Ghana School Feeding Caterers Association. They have raised concerns over the period, for which reason they have gone on strike, because they are told that they are not being paid their monies, amongst others. We'll be hearing from Bright Appear also on this. Child Rights International, they have also raised similar concerns, asking government to be serious about the implementation of this school feeding program. But let me try again. Do we have Hadiza to Ankara back? Hello, Hadiza too. Okay, it doesn't seem I have Hadiza to Ankara on the phone lines yet, but we can hear from Bright up here. Okay, I might be 3 times lucky this time. Hadiza too, can you hear me? Hello, Hadiza too. Okay, let's hear from Bright up here.
And it must be to all Ghanaians. We should be worried about the condition of our children in the schools. The reason being that children are not only there to learn, but everything in the environment must also speak to their social development and growth. And we see a situation where that should be the expectation of every country. So if you are experiencing some of these things, then it raises a whole lot of issues as to what our commitment is in respect to even formulating the policy. This has to do with nutritional content of food. So as we speak, there are staff going around collecting data on some of these issues. And we want to make a case for government to really look at the school feeding program and then do what is expected. There are a few issues that we have detected. The first has to do with the amount of money that they give them. The second one has to do with the supervision. And the third one has to do with the condition under which the caterers prepare the food. So we are looking at all this. At the appropriate time, we'll make a case for it. But where we engage with government and we are still not getting results, I think that matters of children is a matter of law. So whatever means that we have to engage to ensure that children get what is expected, we will do so.
Well, and this has been on for almost a month now, and my colleague of the research desk, Kofi J. Minta, joins me in the studio with some analysis and data on what exactly the situation has been. Kofi, take us away.
Well, MFA, it's been 36 days since the school feeding caterers went on strike, and we've been doing some impact analysis as far as the school feeding program is concerned. So currently, we have over 3.4 million students who are benefiting from the school feeding program. It also caters for 32,496 caterers, and over 10,000 schools are benefiting at the moment. So we did some comparative analysis between 2016 and 2021, and we've been seeing that both the total number of students benefiting and the total number of schools benefiting have all doubled up. They've increased more than 100% each. But we ask ourselves, the rate, has it increased? So still, the meal is being provided at 97 pesos. But you ask yourself, in this day and time, can you go to the market to buy any food item with 97 pesos in the Ghanaian market? You need somewhere around 8 cedis on the average to afford maybe a meal in the average market as we speak now. So in fact, even the 3 cedis that the school feeding caterers are requesting for, you can see inflation and other factors. It means that, it's still small.
Well, that's the figures there. Kofi, thank you very much. But we'll subsequently reach the school feeding program and the gender ministry on this particular situation. I'll be back with Showbiz.